What is music?
To me, what does music mean to me?
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 That's a tough question.
Music is like a language.
Well, it's something you hear and play.
There's lots of things that go in my head, but right away I think of a time and a place. When I hear a song, it brings me back to that time and place.
Music is literally made by the breath of our life.
It's an interaction. It's a breathing, speaking, conversing, interacting language of melody and harmony.
And I've always sort of believed that music is sort of food for your soul.
And if you don't know what music is, I guess you got a serious problem.
And just because you're playing in the same key, you know, like say I was playing a riff in A minor, and just because I'm playing the same key doesn't always mean it's speaking the language that is music.
Nostalgia, yeah, you know, good times, bad times, you know, it has so much emotion to it, from high energy to sadness to relaxing. So it's just without music, it's hard to go and think I can have life.
Hello, and welcome to The Meaning of Music. My name is Chris Brown, and I'm going to be your narrator for this documentary. This documentary's purpose is to highlight how I write music and what music means to other people. Well, let's get started with how I write music. So I just figured out a chorus for my song. Writing and recording music can be a fun and rewarding process, but at times it may get tedious. Start over.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where you come in.
Okay. For me, it usually starts in my room, right here. And I'll just be strumming away on my guitar late in the night, and I'll come with a riff, or like a full song actually. Depending on the song, it may take something from a couple hours to a couple of days. I have to bring it over to my friend Ross's house. He has an 8-track recorder where we can record all the parts of our song.
First, you get a song idea, right? You have this one little riff, and then you write around it.
And what usually happens is that we'll get the drum line on first, and then we'll get the bass, and then after we get the bass, we'll get the rhythm guitar. And after the rhythm guitar, we'll get the piano, and after the piano, we'll have the top part of the lead guitar. I think the main goal for me in writing music is to express myself. So this is kind of a hard question, but like, what is music for you? Like, what role does music play in your life?
Well, I mean, let's look at what the word spirit really means. I mean, if you look at it in Hebrew or in Greek, it means breath, right? I mean, and we all know that as we breathe, that's the sort of thing that gives us life, right? And music is literally made by the breath of our life, right? I mean, it's when it's at its best, it's a perfect being, right? I mean, and it has the power to bring life to others and stuff. You know, it's like when I play music and stuff, I'm expending my life force that others might live better. I mean, and it's funny because I do drinking songs and stuff like that. So there's a silly side and everything, but let's face it. God smiles, God laughs, God enjoys a good joke, right? I mean, if we were made in His image, then it's just that way.
What does music mean to me? That's a tough question. I've always sort of believed that music is sort of food for your soul. It's something that you can take with you. Nobody can ever, take it from you. So it's a big part of my life. Even when I don't play every day, I still think about playing. So it means a lot to me. fills a big area of my life.
When you were younger, I mean, like, what kind of bands influenced, like, what music? I mean, do you think the music that you listen to, or like the music that you like, has influenced how you're raised?
When I was younger, the first show I ever went to was a Rush show. I actually saw them at Mid-Hudson Civic Center on the Hemispheres tour when I was 13. And I'd have to say that probably changed my life. There's no doubt about it. The kind of music I was influenced by is a lot of rock and roll, Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, heavy metal stuff, Iron Maiden, Metallica, and I pretty much have carried through with that, even into my 40s. I love classical music, some jazz, not a big hip-hop fan, but I can still listen to it if it's pretty good. But yeah, I'd say it's sort of impacted our home life. I mean, I have 3 sons. They became Rush fans at a very early age. They started listening to the same kinds of music that I did. I mean, I had one who became a hip-hop fan, another one that it sort of stuck with, and the third one I'm still sort of waiting to see, how he turns out. But I would say, yeah, your early influences definitely carry through your life. I think it's very difficult to get away from that. I still love the same bands that I loved when I was a teenager.
Well, that's the great thing about music, is because music is so relative to everybody's viewpoint. Everyone's gonna have a different perspective on what is music. So I mean, music can take all forms of forms and shapes. Like, music is like a tonality, like a waveform, an energy length, like a color in space that you can hear. So anything you can hear, you can personify as music. So I mean, there's no real true one. This is music. It's all perspective on what you have experienced over your life, and just what you grew up with and stuff, and what you're used to listening to.
And why do you write music? Not the fact that you can, but
yeah, right.
Why can you? Or why do you? I know it's a really hard question.
That is. I mean, this is interesting because I've never asked myself these questions before. So I think I write music because, let's see. I write music because, well, first of all, it's enjoyment for me. It's like, say, like an athlete would go out and play his games, would go compete. That's their form of enjoyment. My form of enjoyment is music. So I write a lot of the time to enjoy and to explore the sound, color, wavelength possibilities. I mean, it's just one of those things that it just fills you up. You just gotta feel it.
As you can see from my many different interviews, people have a wide range of opinions about music. I really feel that I've grown as a musician because of this experience. And what's my personal definition of music? Well, I feel that there isn't one. I feel that it's impossible to try to define music because music defines us. Now for the final part of my documentary, I'll show you the finished product of the song that I was showing you earlier. Enjoy.